Hi, this is Neil at Global Sources Startup. Yes, you got us. This is the Tuesday morning. This is October, and I'm with Dr. Data. Now, Data has a PhD in physics. Is that right?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Not really.
Well, I don't find many people who have done a PhD in physics. Right? Well, people will say, well, what type of physics? Any particular physics?
Semiconductor physics.
Semiconductor physics. Well, that is more amazing way. And now, look, I'm not saying that this is new, like the product, but what is interesting about your story, Data, is that you designed this yourself.
Yes. I
Wow.
designed it myself.
In Hong Kong?
Yeah, in Hong Kong.
And then you went to China and then got it manufactured. Is that right?
Yes.
Wow. So where did you start with the design? Did you work with this one first or this 3D
I
print?
worked with this Delta style first
Yes.
in my laboratory.
In laboratory in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
And you came up with a prototype?
Yeah, because it's somehow my hobby first.
Okay.
Yeah, but
All right.
it turned out to be a business.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. So as a hobby, you built this yourself, is that right?
Yeah.
But now you are getting this built in China
Yeah.
for distribution,
For manufacturing.
right? Manufactured in China for distribution around the world.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you at a stage where you've actually entered into any countries? Are you selling it into
Yes,
different
in the
countries?
previous exhibitions, I found some reseller and distributor
Wow.
from Thailand,
Thailand.
Germany, and also Taiwan.
Thailand, Germany, Taiwan.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. And so as part of that agreement, what volume have you shipped so far? Since those
Around 3,000.
3,000. That's amazing.
Yeah, little bit.
That's excellent. To those three countries, 3,000. And this product or this one?
For the Delta one.
Okay.
large one.
And what about this little one?
Yeah, this little one. Because in Hong Kong, the living places is very tiny, so
Right.
people prefer something compact.
Yeah, you can put this on your desktop.
Yeah, and also this is good for the teaching.
Yeah, you can put
because
this in
it's
the
tiny.
classroom,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And have it going in the background. When the students get bored with the teacher, they can watch this or something like that, right?
Yes.
So, what, wonderful, wonderful. So what has been your biggest challenge with distribution, with finding a distributor and then suddenly not just making a prototype, but now you have to make 3,000 of these things
Yeah.
with the quality and all that. So what
Yeah.
has been your biggest challenge,
I think the biggest challenge is finding the distributor,
right?
and also why? Because Hong Kong is not a common place for manufacturing.
Understand.
People don't understand or don't trust you could build something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you say I'm from Hong Kong, and they say, well, really? Huh? Right?
Yeah. Yes.
But then you convince them you got the product,
Yes.
and then you got to convince the distributor that you could ship 100, 500,
Yeah.
1,000.
Yes.
Have you had any quality challenges with the product on the manufacturing side?
In the second orders, I
Yes.
found there's one part of the component. There's some problems,
Right.
and it's very easy to book in. I have to redo all the things.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you find out? After you shipped it to the country?
Before the shipping, it is
Before?
luckily, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
So basically this was an internal failure
Yeah.
that you stopped,
Yeah.
and so then the distributor didn't get the bad
Yeah.
product, and you found it yourself
Yes.
with your own quality QC checking.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Did you
Luckily, I
find
found
it
that.
yourself directly, or did you have a third party in the manufacturer find it?
No, this is funded by me and my partner
Wow. Okay, so you got a partner
Yeah.
in China?
in Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And how did you go about working with a manufacturer in China? What was the biggest challenge? Was it easy to
I
find a
think,
manufacturer to make this?
I think the culture.
Yes.
Yeah, for example, you have requirement A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
The common manufacturer in China, they could do all the thing for you.
Yes.
But for the Hong Kongers, you will find a smarter way or efficient way to
Yes.
do all the things in a package.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very hard to find such people or such manufacturer in China. They will think on behalf of the customer rather than themselves.
It's hard for them to
Yeah.
think on behalf of the customer,
Yeah.
so they don't. All right. So Did you design all the standard operating procedures to help guide the different quality gates?
Yes,
In
and
the
even
manufacturer?
how to put the different components and different way in step.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to work that yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. So is your manufacturer in Shenzhen, Guangdong? Whereabouts?
In Ningbo.
Ningbo.
Yeah.
Wow, so far away.
Yeah,
Now
so
we
far
know
away.
Ningbo is very famous for making those steel frames that you hold
And
TV
motors.
sets
And motors.
and motors. So we understand it's very, very famous for that. And so I'm amazed that, wow, this is made in Ningbo.
Yeah.
So you've got to travel up to Ningbo all the time.
Yes.
You frequent
Because
flyer.
it's very hard to find a factory, they provide very low MOQ. Yeah, because in Shenzhen or Guangdong area, they require more than 3,000 or 4,000 something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
very hard for us for the cash flow and for the initial capital.
Right.
Yeah.
So but you found a factory in Ningbo.
Yeah.
So what about, okay, one of your challenges was in getting the factory to take all the steps in production.
Yeah.
So you had to really guide them
Yeah.
or hold their hand
Yeah.
or make sure that they followed all
Yeah.
the steps, right? Otherwise they take shortcuts.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that. But what about protection of IP? Is there anything that you're worried that they may copy and then give to another factory without telling you?
So
Was that a concern?
yeah, it's a concern. Concern is especially for the investor.
And especially if you go into a factory in Guangdong, Shenzhen, it's close by, you'd think you feel have a bit more protection. But
I don't think so.
You're going to Ningbo, it's so
Yeah.
far away,
Yeah.
and you're thinking maybe it's a bit harder to have as much.
Not really, because I separated the whole printer into two steps. The first step is the hardware. The other is the firmware, the software part.
Right.
For the software part, I do it by myself.
Yes.
So there's somehow a higher barrier or more challenging for them to reverse engineering.
Oh, so this requires particular software.
Yeah.
And did you design the software yourself?
Yes. For my partner.
Your partner did?
Yeah. Because my partner is somehow specialties in software and especially in hardware.
I was amazed. Well, I'm already amazed with your talent. I would not have been
Thank you.
surprised if you said, well, I did that myself too. But Data, this is amazing. All right, so we've had challenges with working with the factory.
Yeah.
You've got one in Ningbo, and the reason why, by the way, Ningbo is inland from Shanghai, so we're not talking about just across the border from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
This is far, far, far north.
It's
2.5 hours air
one
flight.
hour train from Shanghai.
Yeah, inland from Shanghai, you probably go to Nanjing to go faster to Ningbo.
No, in Hong Kong they have direct flight to Ningbo indeed.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go direct to Ningbo from Hong Kong. I should know that. I've been in Hong Kong for a long time. All right, so, and you manage that challenge by actually, number one, monitoring, number two, having a clear stand operating procedure
Yeah.
where you actually force them to follow step by step by step. And you were actually in the factory watching and
Yeah.
monitoring and making sure that
Yeah.
every step was
Yeah.
taken. Like 3,000 units,
Yeah.
you spent a lot of time in Ningbo.
Yes.
Wow, okay. So when the orders come in, do they come in at 100 at a time or 200 or 500?
Around 500 per time.
500?
Yeah.
All right, and so you got a new 500 order, right, coming in from Germany.
Yeah.
So will you fly directly to Ningbo to actually initiate the new order, or you just email them, say, well,
Just email them.
Because now they know.
Yeah, because things get smoother.
Right.
Yeah, they have the experience to doing the more orders. Yeah.
Okay, but you've got to have the quality gates.
Yeah.
So who does the final testing that these work?
It's also me.
You test in Hong Kong or Ningbo?
In Qinghai, Shenzhen.
Oh, so you bring it back. So you bring these back to Shenzhen,
Yeah.
and so there's another. You got a workshop in
Yeah.
Shenzhen.
Yeah, the tricky thing is because when the machine shipped to Hong Kong and I have a QC check,
Yes.
after that I find some machine that have problem, I have to ship back to China.
Oh, then you got customs problems
Yes,
because once you go back into
Yeah, that's a
China,
tax
then
problem.
they'll charge you 17% or what?
25%.
25%.
Yeah.
Wow, taxes keep
Because
on going
this
up.
is computer accessory.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can't say, well, it was a defect. No, they say no.
Yeah.
Pull the other one. They all say that. Understand. So you bring it down to Shenzhen. You'll
Yeah.
test it. That's very, very interesting that we need to know, because when you're testing goods, should test before they leave China because it's so hard to bring them back into China and escape the 25%. Look, I do know of people that have walked across the border from Hong Kong in the Shenzhen with pockets filled with semiconductors and lots of other stuff to avoid the tax. But it's a bit hard to go across the border with 10 of these, right, to avoid the tax. So I understand.
But the custom will still charge you even you hand carry it.
Well, I think they hid, the stories I heard were they hidden
It's very
somehow.
hard.
I know, very hard these days. Anyway, we don't want to encourage any of that these days. But what's very important is you bring it down to Shenzhen, then you go into test, you go across yourself, and
Yeah,
then
in my
you
parlor,
will
yeah.
test it and check, boom, and then you're going to ship out of Shenzhen to Germany.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, directly.
Wow. Did you know all of that? To do all of that before you designed it?
No, I just keep learning.
You found out, right, that, you know, the volume is too small to go to Shenzhen. You got to go Ningbo.
Yeah.
Oh, then, well, we better do the testing in Shenzhen because it's easy for you to go across the border. And not Hong Kong because if there's a problem, you can't bring it back into China without paying the 25%.
Yes.
Wow. So lots of little things that startups need to realise, especially when they're Internet of Things, right?
Yes.
So data, this is an amazing story. So what is your forecast for 2017? How many do you expect to sell? You've sold 3,000 already.
Yes.
So in the next year, do you have some forecast? Are you talking to
I would like to
distributors?
double that figure.
6,000.
I would like, yeah,
Wow.
but try my best.
6,000 of these.
Yes. All this, yeah, in total.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you double, do you have a question about, do you have a concern that your factory in Ningbo can do double?
Yes, so I have some planned. I found that another piloting factory in Dongguan area. They could also doing a small order. Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting. So now data is looking like expanding to double next year. So what he's doing now is in talking with another factory in Dongguan to actually maybe get them to do sort of half, right?
Yeah.
Not to take over all of it.
Yes.
But so now data's moving into a multi-sourcing mode, which gives data more flexibility.
Yeah, don't put all the eggs in a bucket.
Don't put all the physical eggs in the one manufacturing basket. Data, this is amazing what you're doing. I want to keep in touch with your story because I think a lot of startups can learn a lot for the different stages you're going through in your development, right? So have you broken even yet? How many units do you need to break even? What was your break even point?
1 half year.
Half year, but how many units did you need to break even? 1,000? 2,000?
200 something.
200 and you break even?
Yeah, because I use not a traditional way to do a hardware start commonly.
Right.
Because for the traditional way, you got very large initial capital and find a factory to do 3,000 units for you first.
Yes.
Yeah, but it is safe risky.
But you went to Ningbo and they said, okay, we'll do how many? What was the minimum MOQ?
Even 10.
10?
Yes.
Oh, so they do a low MOQ. So in the initial stages, what was your smallest MOQ you did? What was the smallest?
Smallest.
What was your starting MOQ?
5.
5?
Yes.
Okay, so you started off with 5, and so that was more a test.
Yeah.
Test run.
Yeah.
So then you brought them down to Shenzhen, checked them. And then what? After 5, what did you do after that?
20.
Did 20?
Yeah. I want 20.
And then those 20 were sent to the countries, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Were the
Still Taiwan.
Were the original 5 sold?
So in Hong Kong.
They were sold in Hong Kong. Okay, so not sort of through a formal distributor, just sold through friends network. Okay. And then the next 20 became a formal distribution arrangement, was it? And then after 20, what did you go to?
100.
100?
Yeah, in the exhibition.
Okay. And then what was the next?
It's around 200 and 300 something each time.
So 5, 20, 100, then 200. Wow, I like you scaled up slowly. Did you know that at the start?
No.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, startups could learn a lot from you. Data, you've been very patient. Love it. Like everyone knows this product. But I think what is special about Data's story and Printact Limited, don't forget to check Printact Limited out. What is special is about his strategy of how he engaged manufacturers in China from the initial stages to ramping up to large orders that distributors overseas will order. At the same time dealing with quality problems, and at the same time dealing with the location, the physical location of where you actually check the quality, like in Shenzhen. Lots of learning that startups can learn from you, Data, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good, appreciate you sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is O'Connor with Dr. Data. Actually, it's Dr. O'Connor with Dr. Data, but I don't have a PhD in physics, Dr. Data does. So I have a PhD in accounting, but that's all right. I love your PhD.
But I'm not good at accounting.
That's all right, I'm not good at physics. All right, O'Connor, Startup Launchpad. Catch you in the next booth. Bye for now.